Hello, and welcome to the stream. I promise you I'm not Russian, but I should probably stop doing that. Anyway, this is Total War Attila, as you can see, and we're playing the Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD mod today. It's probably going to be few and far between, as I'm probably going to do this because I don't play this game very often. I'm more into the grand strategy games by the Paradox. But this specific battle is specifically designed with one purpose in mind, and that is to recreate a CK2 battle, Crusader Kings 2 battle, that occurred in a multiplayer game that wasn't streamed about a few weeks ago, with another Twitch user, Kinks, between my invading Mongols, which is represented by the Golden Horde here, and his Holy Roman Empire, which is all of this mess. Now, it goes without saying that as the Mongols, it's a bit of a cavalry civilization. So I'm going to be fielding entirely cavalry, from archers to lancers, and only a few heavy cavalry. I've tried to accurately portray this as it was in the game, so it's up to snuff. The only difference is the actual unit composition. Strength is not as high as it was in CK2 because it was like 40,000 Mongols I was controlling, and Kinks was about 50,000-60,000 HRE troops. So my job was to recreate that as best I could. So I'd gone for about a tenth of the size. So we're looking at about 3,000-4,000 Mongol troops against about 5 or 6,000. Wasn't it? That was his idea. 5 or 6,000 Holy Roman Empire troops. So we'll be fighting in Italy. Over here. It's near Rome. And if your next question is, did I sack Rome? And the answer is yes, in that campaign. It was very fun. Also, the Holy Roman Empire, if you notice, doesn't have any extra skill attached to them. There's no executor's unit rank to reflect the fact that they are levies. Maybe there's one or two that would have gained experience, but my Mongol horde had been continuously campaigning for like 60 years, so I decided to do that and have everyone on my side a gold rank of 1, apart from the general who's gold rank 2, to reflect the fact that they are probably campaign veterans by this point, because they came all the way from Mongolia, all the way down here. I think it's fair to say that they've gained experience since then. But anyway, enough of me blabbering on, let's get into it, chap. I genuinely do not know if this is going to be winnable or not. The Holy Roman Empire has far fewer cavalry than me, obviously, but they have like spearmen and heavy infantry, at least some kind of light infantry. Oh, and by the way, I'm using the tier 1 custom battle units to reflect the fact that it's still the 13th century. So there's no tier 2 or tier 3 units from mid or late game. It's all entirely early game units, out of interest. That goes for both sides. So all of mine is early game and all of his is early game. And this is a single player game, a single player custom battle, because Kinks does not have Total War Attila. I think he has Total War Warhammer, but I don't know if he has any of the others. We shall see if this will work. And if it does, I hope I win. Also, I'm using a push-to-talk key, if you hadn't noticed, so if don't talk much during the battle, it's because I'm focusing. When this thing eventually loads. There we go. And ooh, this is gonna be fun. Is this all? 18? Okay. Seems alright to me. Oof. General's a heavy bow. So I'll stick him with the others. I have a lot of light bows, holy shit. Groups of 6 should be okay. Stick all the heavy cav in one. I've got a group of 4 light cavalry, but that should be fine. I guess they're more a reserve, maybe? We'll have to see where the HRE deploys. Special ability. Yeah, early game units, of course, they have very few special abilities, so I guess that's fine, I'll live with that. Now, they're probably going to deploy on that hill over there, but I want flat terrain. But I also want to try and edge them on with different parts of my cavalry, so I'm going to try and split them up. Make it easy for myself. Left on the left, right on the right. So number 2 is in the middle, number 3 is on the right. And 4 can be reserved, like I said. Probably stick with these light cavalry gun. I really want to send my bow forwards to try and egg them on, so they come forward. But I want probably to fight around here, because I don't want to fight too much in the trees, because that'll slow my horses down. These guys should never go into melee until they run out of arrows. Bearing in mind, the HRE is literally double the troops, but I have plenty of cavalry. And if you're wondering what happened in the CK2 battle, I won as the Mongols, of course. A few units, but they're just fantastic shock cavalry in the those type of phases in that game. But in here, I manually control it, so I will have to be as good as what the game told me to in the results. If I don't win, I'll just have to try again. I don't know if that will be today or not, depending on how frustrated I am. just about got them into that forest. It's more like a patch of trees rather than a forest. Stick them on the right. Bit of support me. I have a bit of a continuous line, but I can adjust it whenever needed because it's so light. My horses are fast moving. Right. I think that should be good. Yeah, it's almost like a bow shape with the actual archers at the front. I'll keep my general and his heavy bows at the back, so they don't get caught out by the extra cavalry. I'm probably end up going to pause this during mid-battle, but I don't play multiplayer of the Total Wars at all. It's not my thing, really. I prefer single-player things in these Total War games. So if it gets too much, don't expect me to pause it. I'm not one of the... So I'm a bit of a stringer for that. You can accuse me all you like, but that's how it's going to be. Right. Oh, it's a bit more that way.
I am thirsty, so let's get this over quickly. Batter them, beat their heads so hard.
What the fuck did I drink before the battle, you stupid?
We shall drink. Ready.
I miss the old Total War general things from Medieval 2 and Rome, the general speeches. The ones in Attila aren't very good. They haven't been good since the old ones, haven't they, really? Let's be honest. Bit close.
The enemy approaches.
Don't know how tiring these things are, my horses. But because they're light cavalry, I think they'll be okay. As long as I wipe out their cavalry, I'll have such an advantage, but I'll need to be careful of their infantry. You know, it's shit like this where they don't go to the point I want to, they go into that general direction. Shit like that is why I pause. Get away from the infantry.
Warlord! Sons of Dantry! Horse archers!
Reasonable start, I think. Could be.
Orders!
Oh, they're getting better.
Warlord! Warlord! Warriors, move out!
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
Warriors, move out! Walk on, Mandano! Run, curse you! As you say, horse archers! Ready!
There goes one.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Fucking.
First wave lancers! Orders!
Our men are breaking off.
Orders! Horse archers!
We're being ambushed.
Warlord! First wave lancers! Curse you! That's already! Move it! Warriors ready! Get ready! That's already! Lancers! For our officers! Alright! Warriors ready! First wave lancers! Kill! Kill!
Yes, I'm having trouble with my groups because everything's mixed up now.
Ready! Battle
Just take out those cross.
Mounted bows! Mounted bows!
Our general is being attacked! Keep him alive!
I'm literally doing 3 things at once here, so don't blame me for pausing.
Horse archers! Back together! Ready yourselves! Oh!
Seriously.
Horse archer!
Enemy units have been rallied!
Ready! Horse archers! That's a whale! Forward! Move it! Run, curse you! So then!
Our men have given up and are running for their lives!
This section's a bit off.
Get running! Alright! The scourge of life! Warriors ready! Lancers!
Our men have regrouped!
Go on, what? Ish.
The men are running! Cowards!
I know. Charging headlong into a spear formation is not the most ideal place for a cavalryman to be, but like, I'm running out of ideas with that. Because a spearman would have heading straight. I say it's going pretty.
The enemy have their general is dead! A lethal blow!
Yeah. Our general's in a bit of a situation. I don't want him to die. He didn't die.
Warriors ready!
And there's he kid.
Horse archers!
these fucking archers and crossbows need to fucking die.
Panic warriors!
Ready! The men are broken and running for their lives.
All right! That's already!
Ah, these guys are in trouble.
As you say!
As you say! Got ya! Our forces have found their courage! Back to the fight!
Ready! Forward!
Move it! All right!
That's already!
The men are running! Stand and fight, damn you!
Warriors ready!
This should be fun.
The men are running! Cowards!
This is why I won, Kings, if you're watching.
That's already!
Ready!
Warriors ready!
Yeah.
Godspeed good! We are moments away from victory!
That's already!
That was a pretty short way to do it. Look at this. Screenshot that. Most of my things came from my archers. I think this guy. No, this guy. My heavy cavalry did an amazing job in there. I ended up just blunt forcing them as opposed to trying to trick them around the outside, but because they're cavalry, they were able to do that naturally anyway. And these guys just didn't stand a chance. These guys literally killed no one. Where are the spearmen? That one was pretty good. That's shock cavalry. Melee cavalry was pretty decent. It put up a little bit of resistance. And then I just had too few cavalry in places, didn't I, to really resist some of the other ones that I had on the field. They had on the field, rather. Well, that was fun. If there are any other CK2 battles, I will probably recreate them in here, using this mod. Medieval Kingdoms is a great mod. I can't wait for the campaign to come out properly. And like I said, any battles that occur in CK2 that seem to be gigantic or seem to be pretty fun to remake or something, I'll probably screenshot them, try to recreate them and slap them in here, and then we can everybody watch me succeed or fail miserably at them. Anyway, thank you for joining me. It's a short stream, I know, but I didn't know how long this battle would take, so thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time, whenever that is, because I have no schedule.